I'm at an altitude of 2,600 meters or 8,500 feet above sea level in the middle of the Chilean desert, and above me is one of the clearest night skies in the world. It's so clear that this site has become home to some of the most powerful telescopes on the planet. The reason for this extraordinary clarity is a unique combination of geographical, meteorological, and even historical factors. First, we have the dry air, because I'm in the middle of the Atacama Desert, one of the driest places on Earth. This means there's very little water vapor in the air, which is great because water vapor is like a blanket that obscures the view of distant objects. In astronomy, it's known as atmospheric haze. It's the same reason why you can see further into space from the dry, cold air of the Arctic than from almost anywhere else on Earth. But another key factor here is the high altitude. This observatory sits about 12,500 meters, 8,000 feet above sea level. At this altitude, the air is thin, meaning there's less atmosphere for light to scatter through. Light travels in waves, and when those waves encounter an obstacle like a molecule of water vapor, they can get bounced or scattered in different directions. The shorter the wavelength of light, the more it gets affected by this scattering. Blue light has a shorter wavelength than red light, which is why the sky is blue. But up here in the thin air of the Chilean desert, there are so few molecules that the light waves pass almost unhindered through the atmosphere, preserving the true colors of the objects in space. The third factor contributing to Chile's exceptional night sky is the unique geology of the country. The Andes Mountains form a natural barrier that protects the interior of Chile from the moisture of the Amazon rainforest. On the other side of the mountains, the air is dry and stable with little wind. This makes for excellent seeing conditions, which is a technical term for how crisp and detailed stars appear in the night sky. The higher the seeing, the lower the twinkling. And that's not just because it looks pretty. It's also because these seeing conditions preserve the fine details of distant objects, allowing us to peer deep into space and back in time. On a clear night, I can see over 4,000 stars with my unaided eye, including many of the lesser constellations like the Small Magellanic Cloud and the Large Magellanic Cloud, which contain hundreds of billions of stars each. I can even see faint, fuzzy patches of light that are actually entire galaxies, each containing trillions of stars. There's so much to see up here that it's hard to know where to look. And that's why, the first time I saw the Milky Way in all its glory, I burst out crying. Seeing the Milky Way like this, stretching across the sky from horizon to horizon, makes you feel so insignificant. You realize how small we are and how vast the universe is, how little we know and how much there is to discover. When I look up at the night sky, I don't just see stars, I see possibilities. I see questions that we might one day be able to answer, and I see the future of humanity, our destiny among the stars. This site was once home to the largest collection of telescopes in the world, but now even larger and more powerful telescopes are being built further north in the town of Coquimbo. ESO, the European Southern Observatory, is currently building the largest telescope in the world, the Extremely Large Telescope. When it comes online in the next few years, it will join the ranks of the world's largest telescopes here in Chile, making this country the astronomical capital of the world. What do you find most fascinating about space? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about what it's like to be an astronomer in the 21st century, check out my interview with the director of this observatory. Thanks for watching.